In today's video, we are going to explore 6 United States of America Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coins. Carefully selected from different years and mint marks, these pennies may look simple, but each one carries history, design, beauty, and collector interest. We will examine these coins one by one, looking closely at their year and mint marks, obverse and reverse design details, circulated condition and surface quality, whether they are rare or common, and most importantly, their real market value today in US dollars. Some of these Lincoln cents are from the classic copper era, while others belong to the later memorial period, making this collection perfect for beginners and experienced collectors alike. So stay with us until the end, because one of these coins may surprise you with its historical importance or collector value. If you love old coins, penny values, and honest coin education, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications for worth old coins. Now let's begin and take a closer look at these 6 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coins. First coin. The Lincoln Wheat 1 cent was first introduced in 1909, celebrating the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The wheat reverse design was used from 1909 to 1958, making it one of the most loved and collected U.S. coins. The year 1946 is historically important because it was the first full year after World War II. The U.S. economy was returning to normal. Millions of coins were produced for daily use. The 1946 penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it has no mint mark. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1-cent penny. Year: 1946. Mint mark: none, Philadelphia. Metal: 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19.05 mm. Edge: plain. The obverse features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Obverse inscriptions: In God We Trust. Liberty, 1946. In very fine circulated condition, you will notice light to moderate wear on Lincoln's hair and cheek, clear facial features, strong lettering and date, natural brown color from age and circulation. The reverse shows the famous wheat ears design. Reverse inscriptions: 1 cent. United States of America, e pluribus unum. 2 wheat stalks on each side symbolize agriculture and prosperity. At the bottom of the obverse, you can see the designer's initials VDB, representing Victor David Brenner. Is the 1946 wheat penny rare? Let's be honest and clear. The 1946 wheat penny is not rare. Over 900 million were minted. Very common in circulated condition. However, very popular with collectors. Historic post-war coin. Needed for wheat penny date sets. True rarity depends on condition and errors. This coin is in circulated very fine condition. That means moderate even wear. All major details visible. No major damage or corrosion. Original surfaces with natural aging. Collectors strongly prefer uncleaned wheat pennies. Today's market value, USD. Here is the realistic market value for a 1946 Lincoln Wheat 1 cent. No mint mark. Circulated, good. Fine, $0.05, 15 cents. Very fine, $0.2040 cents. Extra fine, $0.51. Uncirculated, $3 to $6. MS, 65 red, $1.20, $60. Major mint errors, $100, $500 plus. Cleaned or damaged coins sell for much less. Valuable errors to look for. Collectors pay premiums for. Double die obverse. Off-center strikes. Broad strikes. Wrong planchet errors. Final thoughts. 2030 to 2200 hours. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat 1 cent is a classic American coin, rich in history, collectible, and affordable, not rare in circulated condition. Its value comes from history, copper content, and collector demand, not extreme rarity. Number 2. The Lincoln Wheat 1 cent was first introduced in 1909, honoring Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The wheat reverse design was used from 1909 to 1958, making it one of the most collected U.S. coin designs. Why 1945 is special? World War II ended in 1945. The U.S. economy was transitioning from wartime to peacetime. Coin production returned to normal copper composition after wartime changes. The 1945 wheat penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1 cent penny. Year: 1945. Mint mark: none, Philadelphia. Metal: 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19.05 mm. Edge plain. The obverse features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Obverse inscriptions: In God We Trust. Liberty, 1945. In very fine circulated condition, you will notice light wear on Lincoln's hair and cheek, clear facial features, strong lettering and readable date, natural brown tone from age and circulation. The reverse displays the iconic wheat ears design. Reverse inscriptions: 1 cent. United States of America, e pluribus unum. 2 wheat stalks symbolize American agriculture and strength during wartime and post-war recovery. Is the 1945 wheat penny rare? Let's be honest and clear. The 1945 wheat penny is not rare. Over 1 billion were minted. Common in circulated condition. However, very popular with collectors. Historic World War II-era coin. Needed for wheat penny collections. Rarity depends on condition and min errors. Condition analysis. This coin is graded as circulated very fine. That means moderate, even wear. All important details visible. No major damage. Original surfaces. Never clean wheat pennies. Cleaning lowers value. Today's market value, USD. Here is the realistic market value for a 1945 Lincoln Wheat 1 cent. No mint mark. Circulated, good, fine $0.05, 15 cents. Very fine, $0.20, 40. Extra fine, $0.50, $1. Uncirculated, MS, $60.03, $6. MS, 65 red, $20, $50. Major mint errors, $100, $500 plus. Cleaned or damaged coins sell for less. Valuable errors to look for. Collectors pay premiums for. Double die obverse. Off-center strikes. Broad strikes. Wrong planchet errors. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat 1 cent is a historic American coin. Affordable and collectible. Not rare in circulated condition. Its value comes from history and collector interest, not extreme rarity. Number 3. The 1867 to 1992 Canadian 1 cent was issued to commemorate the 125th anniversary of the Confederation of Canada. 1867 marks the year Canada became a confederation. 1992 marks 125 years of nationhood. This commemorative penny was released into general circulation, meaning people used it in everyday transactions across Canada. Because of this, many examples today are found in circulated and dusty condition. Country: Canada. Denomination: 1 cent. Years shown: 1867-1992. Metal: 98% copper, with small amounts of tin and zinc. Weight: 2.8 grams. Diameter: 19.05 mm. Edge plain. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II, the long-reigning monarch of Canada. Obverse inscriptions. Elizabeth II. D.G. Regina. In very fine circulated condition, the obverse shows light wear on the Queen's hair and facial features, clear lettering around the rim, a slightly dusty surface due to age and handling. The reverse design is what makes this coin special. Reverse features the maple leaf twig, a classic Canadian symbol. The dates 1867 to 1992. The denomination 1 cent. The initials KG near the bottom. What does KG mean? The KG initials stand for George Kruger Gray, the designer of the reverse artwork. These initials are normal and official, not an error. Is the 1867 to 1992 Canada penny rare? Let's be honest and clear. This coin is not rare. Millions were minted. It was made for circulation. However, it is historically important. Popular with Canadian coin collectors. A must-have for commemorative penny collections. True rarity depends on condition and errors, not age alone. This coin is in circulated very fine condition. That means moderate wear. All major details visible. No major corrosion. Dust and dirt from circulation and storage. Cleaning the coin can reduce its value. Collectors prefer natural surfaces. Today's market value, USD. Here is the realistic market value of the Canada 1 cent 1867 to 1992 kg. Circulated, fine, very fine $0.10, 30 cents. Extra fine, $0.51. Uncirculated, $2, $5. Brilliant uncirculated / proof, $8, $15. Major mint errors, $50, $200 plus. Dusty or heavily worn coins sell for less. Errors that can increase value. Collectors pay higher prices for. Off-center strikes, double strikes, planchet errors. Normal wear and dirt are not errors. The Canada 1 cent 1867 to 1992 kilograms coin is a beautiful commemorative coin, rich in Canadian history, not rare in circulated condition, low value if dusty or worn. Its true value lies in history and national pride, not high market price. Number 4. The Canada 1 cent 2008 was issued during the final years of Canadian penny production. The Canadian 1 cent coin was first introduced in 1858. Production officially ended in 2012. The 2008 penny is among the last regularly issued circulation pennies. This makes the 2008 issue historically interesting, especially for collectors who focus on last year coinage. Country, Canada. Denomination, 1 cent. Year, 2008. Metal composition, copper-plated zinc. Weight, 2.35 grams. Diameter, 19.05 mm. Edge, plain. The obverse shows Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt. Obverse inscriptions, Elizabeth II. D.G. Regina. In circulated fine dusty condition, you can see noticeable wear on the Queen's hair and crown. All major details still visible. Dust and surface dirt due to circulation. The reverse features the iconic maple leaf twig, a symbol of Canada. The denomination 1 cent. The year 2008. The small initials KG. What does KG mean? The KG initials represent George Kruger Gray, the original designer of the maple leaf reverse. This mark is normal and official, not a mint error. Is the Canada 1 cent 2008 rare? Let's clear the confusion. The 2008 Canadian penny is not rare. Millions were minted for circulation. However, it is popular because it comes from the final years of the Canadian penny. It is collected by beginners and completionists. True rarity depends on uncirculated condition or mint errors. This coin is in circulated fine, dusty condition. That means moderate to heavy wear, flat and high points, dust and light oxidation visible. No major structural damage. Cleaning the coin can reduce collector value. Today's market value, USD. Here is the realistic market value of the Canada 1 cent 2008 kg. Circulated fine, $0.025 cents. Very fine, extra fine, 10 to 25 cents. Uncirculated, $0.50, $1.50. Brilliant uncirculated, $2 to $4. Mint errors, $25, $150 plus. Dusty circulated coins carry minimal value. Watch for off-center strikes, clipped planchets, missing plating errors, double strikes. These are rare and collectible. The Canada 1 cent 2008 kilograms coin is a historically interesting late-year penny, not rare in circulated condition. Low market value when dusty. Its value comes from completion sets and history, not high prices. Number 5. The Lincoln 1 cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The Lincoln Memorial Reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, was introduced in 1959 and remained in circulation until 2008. The year 1980 is part of the early copper-plated zinc era, which began in 1982, but 1980 pennies are still bronze composition, making them slightly different from later zinc cents. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1 cent. Year: 1980. Mint mark laughing face. Denver Mint. Metal composition: 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19.05 mm. Edge plain. The obverse features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Obverse inscriptions: In God We Trust. Liberty, 1980. D mint mark. In very fine circulated condition, you can see light wear on Lincoln's hair and cheek. Clear facial features. No major damage or deep scratches. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Reverse inscriptions: United States of America, 1 centi pluribus unum. On the right side of the memorial, you will notice the small initials FG, which stand for Frank Gasparo. This is not an error, but a standard design feature. Is the 1980 D. Lincoln Memorial cent rare? Let's be honest. The 1980 D. Lincoln cent is not rare. Hundreds of millions were minted. However, it is fully copper, unlike modern zinc pennies. Copper value makes it slightly more desirable. High-grade or error coins can be valuable. This coin is in circulated very fine condition, meaning moderate circulation wear. Details are still strong. Natural toning from age. Cleaning the coin will destroy collector value. Today's market value in USD. Here is the realistic market value of a 1980 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent. Circulated fine, very fine $0.03, 10 cents. Extra fine, $0.25, 75 cents. Uncirculated, $1, $3. Mint state, $5, $15. Error coins, $50, $500 plus. Most circulated coins are face value plus copper premium. Collectors look for double die obverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, wrong planchet errors. These can dramatically increase value. The 1980 D. Lincoln Memorial penny is a solid copper U.S. coin, not rare in circulated condition, low value unless high grade or error. Its true importance is historical and material, not high price. Number 6. The Lincoln 1 cent is one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. First issued in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The Lincoln Memorial Reverse was introduced in 1959. Designed by Frank Gasparo, replacing the wheat ears design. The year 1973 belongs to the classic copper era, before the switch to zinc-based pennies in the early 1980s. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1 cent. Year: 1973. Mint mark laughing face. Denver Mint. Composition: 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19.05 mm. Edge plain. Because this coin is solid copper, many collectors prefer it over modern zinc cents. The obverse features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Obverse inscriptions: In God We Trust. Liberty, 1973. D-Mint mark. In very fine circulated condition, the coin shows light, even wear on Lincoln's hair and cheek, clear facial features and strong outline, attractive natural color with no harsh damage. This is why collectors often call such coins beautiful circulated examples. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial with remarkable architectural detail. Reverse inscriptions: United States of America, 1 cent e pluribus unum. On the right side of the memorial, you can see the small initials FG, standing for Frank Gasparo, the designer. These initials are normal and add to the authenticity of the coin. Is the 1973 D. Lincoln Memorial cent rare? Let's be clear and honest. The 1973 D. Lincoln cent is not rare. Over hundreds of millions were minted. However, it is a solid copper coin. It has strong collector interest in higher grades. Beautiful circulated examples are appreciated. This coin is in circulated very fine condition, meaning moderate wear from circulation. All main design details remain sharp, pleasant natural toning. Cleaning the coin can seriously reduce its value. Today's market value in USD. Here is the realistic market value for a 1973 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent. Circulated, fine, very fine $0.05, 15 cents. Extra fine, $0.25, 75 cents. Uncirculated, $1, $3. Mint state, $5, $20. Rare errors, $50, $500 plus. Most circulated coins do not have high value. Errors that can increase value. Collectors search for double die obverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, wrong planchet errors. These can turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collector coin. The 1973 D. Lincoln Memorial penny is a beautiful solid copper coin, not rare in circulated condition, valuable mainly in high grade or error form. Its charm comes from its history, copper composition, and classic design. If you enjoy Lincoln penny values, U.S. coin history, and honest coin education, please like, subscribe, and share worth old coins. Comment below. Want more copper penny videos? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.